Okay, updates on the last video on overheating. This bad boy still having that issue, but the temperature is reading more correctly with the new thermostat sensor. I do have to bleed this again, but I was still getting the weird rise in temperature and it would drop super fast. And I put in coolant dye, and I'll post a picture here and you'll see the glowing. But if I remember, I'll link the video where I installed this bad mamma jamma. When I blew the transmission cooler line that goes into the radiator, I had to replace it, and I had a hell of a time getting this washer to seal. I don't think it'll seal without it, but I switched to AN fittings, and it's been good until now. But what's happening is, as soon as this builds a little bit of pressure, it's squirting out everywhere. So what's happening is no cool water is flowing back into the engine is the issue, or at least not enough when I'm running. So I'm gonna work on this. My plan is to put a whole bunch of this on there and YOLO, wish for the best. So your boy Joey here is gonna get it done. It's cold, it's windy, so I'm not gonna record a lot. I'm just undoing some bolts, squeezing some basically caulk around it and slapping it back together. I don't think y'all need to see that, but I'll get it done. And then we'll go for a test drive, and yeah, we'll see what happens. Oh, why this is an issue. The transmission cooler portion is just floating in this, and it's more of a warmer for winter time. Because I found this winter, if I don't start the truck up and let it idle long enough, the fluid is too cold and thick, and it'll throw a code and won't shift into any gear until it warms up enough. So I live in Michigan, it gets cold, so I need to keep that. Otherwise I would find a delete kit, get a different radiator, you know. Maybe there's some other options, but for now, this works. And the only time I have overheating issues is when I'm at the dunes. Hammer down, baby! Going up and over a bunch of the dunes over and over again. But whatever. We're not worried about that right now because as you can see, it's still cold and gross. So yeah, we'll be back. So, update, my RTV Red, the one I preferred to use, was bad. Solid as a brick, so I'm using black, which should be good enough for this. Doesn't get that hot. Did 2 layers, one on here and one on here, and really goobered it up. So we're gonna let this cure for a while. It says 24 hours, but I don't have 24 hours. I got about 5 hours for it to cure. So we are, yeah, gonna do that around 6 o'clock. Got an appointment to go to my buddy's house to pick up a couple car doors to scrap. So we're gonna get the trailer filled up and hooked up. And yeah, until then, this is gonna just do its thing it does. So we'll get back to you. Okay, here's the final update on the leak. Everything's looking dry. It did squirt out once, but this has me a little concerned that it's still leaking a little bit. These wet spots here, but that might be just greasy oilness from the coolant. But I keep track of it. It's still overheating a little bit. That's really weird. Either the water pump is bad, which is gonna suck. It's gonna take so much time, so much money, it's ridiculous. Or there's air in the water pump still. I'm gonna keep bleeding the system and go from there. It's good enough I can drive around town and not worry about blowing up the motor. and get to and from work, so right now I'm not too worried about it. But I do really want to get out to the dunes. And I don't think it's going to be good enough for that. But anyways, that's your update on this project. Power steering pump is whining, but working. The old one, whew, that was bad. So I'm going to slowly order parts to replace the pump, the gearbox, the hydro boost. This all runs off the power steering. And do that all in one giant thing and replace all the lines so I have super fresh fluid. And keep these as backups. Let's see what else. Soon we'll be doing an oil change, changing all the fluid and everything. But the truck just runs so good. Really happy with it. But yeah, anyways, remember, don't party too hard. Peace out.